clinical procedure in which external auditory canal, tympanic membrane and middle ear are examined using an instrument called otoscope. The importance of otoscopy is to diagnose the ear conditions, for example like acute otitis media. So here is the instrument otoscope, and this is the speculum of the otoscope, which is generally inserted into the ear canal. The sizes of the speculum may vary depending upon the size of the ear canal of the patient, and this is the magnifying lens of the otoscope, which helps in better visualization of the structures. And this is the on or on off power button, and this is the handle of the otoscope, which is useful for the holding, and this also holds the batteries of the otoscope. Thank you.
To examine the auricle, inspect the auricle and surrounding tissue for deformities, lumps or skin lesion. If ear pain, discharge or inflammation is present, move the auricle up and down, press the triggers and press firmly just behind the ear. To see the ear canal and drum, use an otoscope with the largest ear speculum that inserts easily into the canal. Position the patient's head so that you can see comfortably through the otoscope. To straighten the ear canal, grasp the auricle firmly but gently and pull it upward, backward and slightly away from the head. Holding the otoscope handle between your thumb and finger, brace your hand against the patient's face. Your hand and instrument can then follow unexpected movement by the patient. Insert the speculum gently into the ear canal, directing it somewhat down and forward and through the hairs, if any. Inspect the ear canal, noting any discharges, foreign body, redness of the skin or swelling. Inspect the eardrum, noting its color and contour. The cone of light is usually easy to see, which helps us to orient. Identify the handle of the malleus, noting its position, and inspect the short processes of the malleus.
Now we will be covering the points to remember, which are like the common mistakes done while performing an otoscopic examination. First, the examiner should inspect the anterior surface of the ear canal, which helps to check for any malformations. Second, to examining the ear, the examiner need to choose the appropriate size of speculum according to the size of the ear canal of the patient. Third, to inspect right ear, the examiner need to hold the otoscope with the right hand and ear with the left, but in many cases it's done the opposite way, which should not be done. Fourth, in neonates, the examiner should pull the pinna backwards and downwards. In adults, the examiner should pull the inner upward, backward, and slightly away from the head.